Student friends, now we will discuss the properties of reciprocal lattice. In last lecture, we have discussed how reciprocal lattice vector is related to direct lattice vector. We have seen the relations, and we have also seen some vector identities. Now we are going to discuss the properties of the reciprocal lattice. Four properties we are going to discuss. We'll discuss the first two properties in this lecture, and my next lecture will be dealing with the remaining two properties of the reciprocal lattice. The first property of the reciprocal lattice is that the reciprocal of reciprocal lattice is a direct lattice. Means if you take the reciprocal of reciprocal lattice, then it will be a direct lattice. That will show here. We know that the reciprocal lattice vector is given as vector A star or vector A asterisk is equal to vector B cross vector C by vector A dot vector B cross vector C. So here A, B, C are the vectors in direct lattice, and A star is a reciprocal lattice vector. Now we'll take the reciprocal of the reciprocal lattice vector. Means we'll take the reciprocal of A star, which will be represented as vector A star, and its reciprocal is represented by again star. So it is equal to, we have to take the reciprocal, means we'll represent it by star, and it will be vector B cross vector C by vector A dot vector B cross vector C, and its reciprocal represented by star. So we can write this RHS as vector B star cross vector C star by vector A star dot vector B star cross vector C star. Now we'll multiply the right hand side of this equation by the vector identity in reciprocal lattice as vector A dot vector A star, because we know that dot product between vector A and vector A star is 1 for orthogonal coordinate system or rectangular coordinate system, and therefore we can write this as reciprocal of reciprocal lattice vector is equal to vector A dot vector A star multiplied by vector B star cross vector C star by vector A star dot vector B star cross vector C star. So we can take this dot product of A star with this bracketed term, and we can write this as A into vector A star dot vector B star cross vector C star by vector A star dot vector B star cross vector C star. So this will get cancelled, and you will get this as reciprocal of reciprocal lattice vector is nothing but a direct lattice vector. It is very simple to derive. Similarly, we can write reciprocal of reciprocal lattice vector B star is equal to vector B, and reciprocal of reciprocal lattice vector C star is again direct lattice vector C. That is how one can prove the first property of a reciprocal lattice, that is reciprocal of reciprocal lattice is a direct lattice. Now we can also write the inverse relation as A is equal to vector B star cross vector C star, because we have seen that the reciprocal of reciprocal lattice is direct lattice, meaning this is nothing but A. So we can write this as A is equal to vector B star cross vector C star by vector A star dot vector B star cross C star. Similarly, vector B is equal to vector C star cross vector A star by vector A star dot vector B star cross vector C star, and vector C is equal to vector A star cross vector B star by vector A star dot vector B star cross vector C star. So either or operations you can write. We'll now discuss the second property of the reciprocal lattice vector, which is defined as the volume of unit cell of reciprocal lattice is equal to or is proportional to reciprocal of volume of the unit cell of the direct lattice. So if you take the direct lattice and if you construct the unit cell, and if you take the volume of that unit cell in direct lattice, and in that direct lattice, if you construct the reciprocal lattice, and if you take the unit cell of that reciprocal lattice, then you will observe that these two volumes are inversely proportional to each other. So I have shown here the unit cell of the direct lattice, whose primitive translational vectors are A, B, and C. And if I construct the reciprocal lattice vector by that we have studied how to construct the reciprocal lattice, then you will observe that the A star will be the reciprocal lattice. This B vector, B star will be reciprocal lattice vector, and C star will again reciprocal lattice vector, and its unit cell will be shown like this. So if you calculate the volumes of these unit cell, one unit cell is direct lattice, and we have constructed reciprocal lattice from that direct lattice. If you take the reciprocal of volume of if you take the volumes of these two unit cells, they will be reciprocal of each other. So for that, let us consider, first of all, we'll consider volume of the unit cell in the reciprocal lattice, obviously, which will be given as vector A dot vector B cross vector C, vector A star dot vector B star cross vector C star is equal to, by using the values of vector A star, B star, and C star, you will get this term. From this term on RHS, we can take vector A dot vector B cross vector C as common. Not common, it is multiplication. So it will be cube of this vector A dot vector B cross vector C and multiplied by this vector B star cross vector C star dot vector C star cross vector A star cross vector A star cross vector B star. Now we have to solve this vector identity or vector relation. For that, we'll consider these two terms. We'll consider, and we will represent these two terms in this form. I will represent this as vector P. I will represent this as vector Q, and this as vector R. So I will represent all these three vectors. This is vector P, vector Q, and vector R. And if you use the vector identity as vector P cross vector Q cross vector R, it is given as P into or vector P dot into vector Q into vector R minus vector Q dot into vector this R into vector P. So if you apply this relation to above, you will get this as RHS is equal to 1 upon vector A dot vector B cross vector C bracket Q is equal to, I will use this B cross C as it is, and I will expand using this relation as I will get this as this vector C dot vector A cross vector B into A minus vector A dot vector A cross vector B into C using this relation. Using this relation, we will get this equation. So we can rearrange the terms as vector A star dot vector B star cross vector C star is equal to 1 upon cube of vector A dot vector B cross C into this vector B cross vector C into this vector C dot A cross B into A minus vector B cross vector C dot, this is nothing but A dot vector A cross B into this C. But if you look at this term, vector A dot vector A cross vector B, and we can change, this is the scalar triple product, and we can interchange dot and cross so that it will be vector A cross vector A dot B and vector A cross vector A 0. Hence, this term will be vanished. And we'll have only this term, which is vector B cross vector C dot vector C dot A cross B into this A. So I can write this as I can write, I can take this dot product with this B cross A, and I can write this as vector A dot vector B cross C into this vector C dot vector A cross vector B. But we know that vector C dot vector A cross B is nothing but we can change the dot and crossing cyclic order, so that it will be vector A dot vector B cross C. So it will be vector A dot vector B cross vector C bracket square. So solving this, you will get this as a square term. So this square term will get cancelled with this, and it will remain only as vector A star dot vector B star cross vector C, which is nothing but the volume of the unit cell in the reciprocal lattice, is equal to 1 upon vector A dot vector B cross vector C, and this vector A dot vector B cross C is nothing but volume of the unit cell in direct lattice. So that we can say that, or it can be proved that the volume of the unit cell in reciprocal lattice is equal to 1 upon volume of unit cell in direct lattice. Means we can also say that the volume of the unit cell in reciprocal lattice is a reciprocal of volume of the unit cell in direct lattice. So in this way, we can prove these two properties. The remaining two properties we'll discuss in next lecture. Till then, thank you for this lecture.